Boomers, Xers, and Millennials, do you know who your client is?
You know what, Delynn? Not only do you have to know what's selling, but who's buying.
That's right. Hello, everyone. I am Barry Horvath, and this is Moving Forward TV, your local market update.
And my name is Delynn Gaston. Wait a minute. Aren't you running for office or something?
No, thank goodness.
Hey, wait. Let me do my part with you.
Oh, that was just mean. That was just mean. That was just mean.
Sorry, I'm just trying to act like you.
All right, so now I'm afraid to say anything.
Yeah, you should, yeah. Actually, we're all confused right now because I think in the real estate market, you not only have to know what's selling in your marketplace,
right,
but who's buying and identifying who's buying and in what market segments. So today,
and it might surprise you who's buying and who's not buying.
I know, so we're going to help you.
Surprised us.
This week, we're going to actually help you identify those different things, aren't we, Delynn?
Yes, we are.
What are you going to be? Are you going to be Barry or Delynn?
No, I think we need to go back to normal because
Probably.
I can't handle a campaign.
Yeah, great. Yeah, you had to throw that in, right?
All right, but the other exciting thing that we're going to be adding to Moving Forward TV is a segment with Casey.
Are we talking about that now?
Chat and Dish.
Chat and Dish. That makes me hungry just thinking about it.
Casey is a local chef who has been, she's part of our group, part of our network, part of our family. Very good. She's been on the Food Network, been in tons of competitions nationwide, and won.
I can't believe it's called, why is it called Chat and Dish? Do you know?
Because she chats while she makes a dish.
Perfect.
So, good name, Casey.
So Chat and Dish is going to be on. I know that
we're going to do a little segment on her,
rumor has it she makes a scrumptious cheesecake, too.
She makes a scrumptious everything. Yes, she does.
So I'm just getting hungry talking about it. So if I were...
But definitely stick around for that.
If I were a Gen Xer, would I like her cooking?
Yes. If you were anything, you'd like her cooking.
So if she appeals to millennials, boomers, and Gen Xers?
All three of them, I'm
good.
sure.
I'm excited. All right. So let's talk about the different segments of the marketplace and what categories they fall in. There's actually three out there right now. You got your boomers.
Right, your baby boomers.
They play bass guitar. Boom, 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 boom.
Those are, they were born in the 40s, 50s, kind of right up to like 1964.
That's
Those
your baby
would be
boomers.
your baby boomers, right?
So that's your older population, Delynn. Well, not old.
Thank
older.
you.
They're more mature. The more mature.
Tread lightly here.
The more mature segment of our population. How's that?
That's much better.
Okay, sorry. So we got the mature baby boomers, and we have the Gen X's. What are the Gen X's, Delynn?
Gen X's are 1965 to 1984. The people born in that time frame.
We call them tweeners.
Right. It's really interesting. My husband had attended this thing a couple years back, and it talked about the different ones. And they also call those the latchkey kids because they were the generation that they came home on their own. So they are very good. Self-sufficient group. They got their own after-school meal. They, the key was under the mat or whatever. They take care of themselves, and they always have in life. So they are there are a lot of those are your entrepreneurs and things like that.
This is why you married a Gen Xer, because he can take care of himself.
I love my Gen Xer, yes, and he takes care of the
so
whole family.
Kudos to him, right?
But I thought that was interesting, whereas my generation was more of the older generation or the more mature generation.
So wait.
We did things on a handshake.
Well, back up.
No, I didn't say older.
All right. Did you just...
More mature.
I think you just kind of described yourself a little bit of a...
I know.
Cougar.
Oh!
Sorry.
Hopefully he whispered that and it didn't get on.
No, that didn't... Nobody heard me.
Whispered it right into his microphone,
sorry.
right? Stop it. Anyway.
So now we've established Dylan is a cougar.
The baby boomers did things on a handshake.
So you're a boomer and he's a Gen Xer.
Yes.
All right, we got this.
And then the Gen Xers, they are very self-sufficient. They, latchkey kids. They did everything on their own. And then we have the millennials.
What's a millennial doing?
I know a lot lot of you realtors out there are hearing a lot about the millennials. This is from 1985 up. Those are our 20-somethings, 30-somethings right now.
Pardon me, you're interrupting. I'm getting a text from a millennial now.
That is your millennial right there. They are texters.
This is, I didn't think, here, I'm sending you a message about.
They are online. A lot of them don't even have televisions. They do they don't have TVs. They don't, or it's a monitor more than anything because they don't believe, they don't have cable.
How do they watch the Buccaneers? How do they watch the Lightning?
Online. Everything they do is online.
So they don't have a $185 a month cable bill?
Exactly. They're smart. They're definitely, they're the children of a lot of your earlier Gen X's.
Oh, I see.
See?
Okay, so the millennials then, I mean, we're going to talk about all the different people, buyers, sellers, et cetera, but the millennials then are a third of the home buyers right now.
Right. And what's surprising, look, see, I have my 3 piles of paper here.
Yeah.
What is surprising is who's not buying. I think more than who is buying is who's not buying. And that really, when we were putting this show together, kind of surprised both of us.
I know. It's shocking. So we're going to talk, I guess we're going to see a little bit of this chat and dish here coming up.
Yep.
And then we're going to head right into the different buyers.
And who's not.
I'm Casey Guaretti, this is Chat and Dish, and today I'm very jealous because my best friend and her husband are off to Hawaii for a vacation. I'm staying home, so I thought I would treat myself to an aloha salad. Let's take a quick surf through the ingredients. We're gonna need baby spinach, about 8 ounces of ham, a tomato, fresh blueberries, fresh pineapple, fresh mushrooms, some sliced red onion, and then either poppy seed dressing or balsamic vinaigrette, your choice. You're going to start off with either preheating a barbecue grill or a grill pan. Then grab your ham and your pineapple. You're going to grill your pineapple and your ham. Once you get nice grill marks on your ham, go ahead and turn it over. Turn your pineapple over when you get nice grill marks on it. You're bringing out a real sweetness in the pineapple. The grilling is absolutely fantastic. While our ham and our pineapple are chilling, we need to go ahead and clean our mushrooms. And I just have a damp paper towel, not wet, damp. If you use wet paper towel or run them under water, they're going to soak up the water like a sponge. Grab a good sharp knife and let's go ahead and thinly slice our mushrooms. I'm setting my mushrooms aside, and next I am going to tackle my tomato. First, take out the core. Easy peasy, just go around in a circle, shove it off to the side, and then slice your tomato into very thin little wedges. I've cut the ham lengthwise, and now I'm cutting it into julienne slices. Basically, that's just bite-sized, thin little slices of ham. We are ready to build our salad. First up, we've got our spinach. Secondly, the tomatoes, gorgeous red, go right on top of the bright green spinach. On top of that, I'm going to break up the pineapple and just put some nice chunks around. We don't want to put too much pineapple, so 1 slice, a slice and a half is really about all you need. On top of that goes a nice handful of our julienne ham. And the ham looks absolutely gorgeous because it's got those little lines on it from being on the grill. Don't hold back on the ham. This is kind of a full meal salad. And then on top of that, we're going to put our sliced mushrooms. So we're just layering this on top. Oh, this is going to be gorgeous when it's all done. Look at how beautiful this is. Nice piled high. And on top of that, we're going to put a few blueberries. Just let them slide and roll around. Blueberries do roll. Okay, there we go. And the last thing that we're going to put on is our very finely sliced red onion, Red onion always looks beautiful sitting on top of something because it kind of has a mind of its own. And then comes the salad dressing drizzle. Today I am using a balsamic vinaigrette. I really like the combo of a balsamic, the tartness of the balsamic vinaigrette, along with the sweetness of the pineapple and the blueberries. But sometimes I serve it with poppy seed dressing. I like that too. Poppy seed dressing is a little bit on the sweeter side. I don't use it if I'm going to do a dinner salad, but if I'm doing a lunch salad, poppy seed is great. You pick whatever dressing you like. Hey, that's it. We're ready to eat. Simple and delicious, almost as good as a Hawaiian vacation. Aloha! I'm off to have my salad.
All right, we're back. Well, I don't know what you thought about that chatting dish, but
Yum, yum, yum.
mole.
I am glad that Casey's going to be joining us every single week on Moving Forward TV.
I'm going to need a special diet plan.
I know.
Because now I'm hungry.
You know, I hate cooking, but she makes it look so easy. And, you know, some of the stuff, I think I can even do that.
You can do it?
Even I can do it.
Wow.
I hate cooking.
I thought Mrs. Paul's was your KitchenAid.
Yeah, she is. Stouffer's,
Swanson.
Banquet.
Oh,
Yes.
gosh.
I know, gross.
I want to talk about those TV dinners that we used to think were cool. Why were they called TV dinners anyway? That's what I want to know.
Because they used to have it on their little TV tray. Some
Right.
people didn't put petitions on their TV trays. Some people put food on their TV trays.
But it was so weird, like, because you had this tray and you were making things hot that should have been cold and cold things.
Yeah, I know. It was weird. Yeah, peel back this,
I know.
poke this with a fork.
And then the microwave came out. Anyway, we're getting way off track. Way off track. So let's
what
talk
food
about
does to us?
I know. Let's get back into the marketplace and what's going on so that our buyers, sellers, and our real estate professionals can be educated.
That's right.
On what's going on, because we talked about the three segments: the Gen X's, the
Baby boomers, and our millennials.
So right now, believe it or not, the biggest buyers in the marketplace are the millennials.
My third pile here.
I know. So the little young guys are the ones stepping up that are really buying.
Right.
And your Gen Xers and your boomers are actually going back to renting.
They're not buying.
Yeah,
They're
and
not
why?
buying.
And we're trying to figure out why is all that
Right.
happening.
So we did some research.
Yeah, we did a lot of things. So we read it on Facebook, so it must be true. No, I'm just kidding. It's so funny. I was at a meeting this morning, and they said, "Don't believe everything you read on Facebook."
Yeah, I know. You think?
But the
Starting with the baby boomers.
well, the baby boomers were, they're.
Well, rents in general, it's outrageous what has happened with the rental market.
Wait a minute. Forget about the renters. You just totally threw off, because those were the people that were, a lot of people went through the hard times during the boom.
Right.
And if you remember, housing prices back in the early 2000s to the late 2000s were just going through the roof. I mean, investors were coming in, buying anything, put fog on a mirror. You
got a loan,
you got a mortgage.
all kinds of crazy,
So those people
horrible
were
stuff.
buying these properties, investing in them, flipping them, and then what happened? Mushroom.
Yeah.
And then all those people now they got in trouble, they got burned, they got caught with their, I can't say that on TV because I have to be politically correct. Thank you. Thank you for your input there. So now those people are afraid of what's really going on out there. So they're stepping back. Oh, look at Magic Coffee Pot.
Thank you.
They're stepping
I know
back
that's his. I have mine.
into the, they're renting. So
Right.
what happens to the rental market when you get an increased number of renters because they're afraid of what's happened? The rent prices are going up. In fact, rent right now, Delynn, is going up more than 2 times inflation.
Is that outrageous or what? More than twice inflation right now, the rent is going up.
That's just insane. So I'm going to drink coffee now. I'll let you talk for a second.
The rental market is just obviously, any of you agents out there who are in the rental market know that the rents are going through the roof. So what we have, our baby boomers are not buying right now because of, there's a couple of things they're asking themselves. They're up there in years. They want to downsize, which is totally understandable. And they're thinking, maybe I can do something better with my money rather than invest it in real estate, because they've watched the real estate market go down, 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 down.
Well, that, you know what, and here's the end result of all this. They're not buying, but people are buying because there's limited inventory. You guys are like, they're not buying, then why is there no houses available? Why can't I find? I've been looking for a year. But rentals are going up. Rents are actually at the highest rate they've been at in 30 years.
That's outrageous. And it's scary to think that we have these baby boomers who are preferring to rent when your rent is such a wild card. It could go up at any time. That totally blew my mind when I found out that baby boomers are preferring to rent instead, because they're under this myth that they can take their money and invest it elsewhere. Because like I said, they've been watching the markets go down over the last several years.
And they're allowed.
Now we need to tell them, we, real estate professionals, mortgage professionals, we need to tell them it's okay to buy again, because the prices are actually starting to go up. So it is a good investment. I understand, I get it. It wasn't a good investment for a while, real estate.
Well, the markets were just booming. And what they don't necessarily realize, and we, meaning us in the mortgage professional industry, need to get the word out that, if you had a short sale back in 2009, 2010, even 2013 now, you can get back in the marketplace and buy a home again.
Right.
And a lot of people aren't educated. They thought, oh, no, I can't buy for 7 years, and that's not true, because under FHA guidelines, we know they can buy again in 3 years.
3 years.
So
they're a veteran 2 years.
That's huge. So why are they paying $1,500 rent when they could be owning for maybe $1,200, a much nicer place?
Right.
I mean, every situation is different. If they're not going to stay in the property,
right,
for X number of years, you got to weigh it out and see. And we could do a whole show on renting versus buying. That's not what we're talking about today.
Right. And I think some of our baby boomers, they're retired now, so that they're down here in Florida. They're doing the split thing where they're snowbirds, so they have their home up north or something up north. And so they're thinking maybe renting is better. A lot of them are RVing. They're
You know what I've seen a lot of? Parks. Have you seen some of these new model homes now where they're out, where it's a house within a house? So the millennial buys the house, and then the parents or in-laws have their own separate house, but it's really attached to that house. It's kind of like the old in-law suite thing.
Right,
That's coming back.
That is coming back. Very popular. It's coming back.
I think it's kind of
hard to find. It is.
They get their own separate entrance. They can share an electric bills, yada yada yada.
Yep.
But it's pretty cool though to look at, like the old days back. Remember the houses up north with. You had the upstairs.
Yes, you did.
Where you rented out
or
for
the basement.
Apartment. Yeah.
I remember when I first moved to Florida, I remember looking at my first house and I said to the realtor, "Where's the basement?" She just laughed. She said, "Where are you from, hon?"
Is that what she said to
Yes,
you? Where
she
are you
did.
from, hon? She called you hon?
Probably.
Yeah, gosh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. Well, you know what? The millennials are definitely the biggest segment right now of your buyers out there. And you need to know that. Those are the people that you can text to communicate to, that you can say, hey, I found a house for you via text, or you can email to. They're not going to be home sitting watching TV, the real estate channel, okay? I promise you that.
I know.
But they are people that you can send updates to for the listing. So, but you know what? It's so interesting though on all of that, what's going on. I'm like you, I'm shocked. So, but we got to get out of here. We'll be back in just a minute and we'll tell you more.
Everyone's story is different, so why be limited to just one or two options? With Norcom's Norflex Home Loan, you're given the flexibility to tell your story. Pick your terms from 8 to 30 years, all while maintaining a low, fixed mortgage rate. You can pay off your loan more quickly or choose a term based on your budget and timeline. Whatever you do with the Norflex Home Loan, make it part of your financial plan. Norflex, short-term, long-term, your terms. Apply online at norcommortgage.com.
we're back. You know what I just thought about? I haven't poked you today, and you poked me, so I got to be 3 up on you.
Yeah, you
so.
deserved it, though.
What did I do? You introduced yourself as you.
Blah,
as
blah,
all-
blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
blah.
Well, it's true.
And then
sorry.
let's not forget about the little whisper.
Ow!
Deserve one for that, too. All right, but anyway, so
We're regressing. That really hurt. No, let's talk about the boomers, the millennials, and the Gen Xers.
and the Gen Xers. So our Gen Xers, like you were saying, the boomers aren't buying, the Gen Xers aren't buying because they're thinking that they can't buy. And that's sad because they were, if we think about it, 10 years ago during the boom of the market,
Has it been
everybody
10 years already?
I know, it's been 10 years. I
Wow.
was just going to say, is that unbelievable? I couldn't believe that. But anyway,
Hopefully
they
people
were
aren't watching the old reruns of us 20 years from now.
they were first-time home buyers. So unfortunately, a lot of them got caught up in the hype of buying a house and oh my gosh, and prices went up, 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 and then blew up. So they got
Right.
hurt.
How's that go?
They got hurt, and they got hurt bad. So they're afraid now. They're afraid to step back into the market to buy. They think they can't step back in the market to buy. They think their credit is horrible, and they're never going to be able to buy a property
they
again.
can.
And that's wrong.
And up come
And
the...
we need to let them know, it's okay, you could buy again.
They can buy. So income riding. The millennials. So the millennials are now, believe it or not, they're the biggest segment of people buying it, and they're the first-time home buyers. So if you guys aren't marketing to them, you're missing out.
That's
'Cause
right.
That's who your buyer is now. Some of them are renting, and they're seeing the increased rents like we talked about,
Right.
and they don't want to rent and pay all that money, and they're not afraid because they haven't been burned.
And
they're
one
comfortable.
of the right, but one of the biggest challenges that they're faced with right now is down payment.
Yes.
Saving for the down payment, especially when the rents are going up so much.
Can I give our disclaimer? According to a Harvard study, the number one reason that people are not buying a house is they don't think they have enough down payment.
Right, saving
you
for a
go.
down payment is a challenge to them.
It is, but
Right.
but they can get in for so little. I mean, there's 100% programs, there's down payment assist programs.
Right, there's county programs,
and
state
even
programs.
FHA is only 3.5% down, and guess what? It doesn't even have to be your money.
It could be a gift.
It could be a gift. Just call
Right.
Delynn. She's gifting money all the time.
No, it has to be somebody you know. It has to be somebody that you're related to in some
Oh,
cases.
is that a real
Yeah.
rule? Okay, so the millennials are doing that. They're stepping out and they're just doing it.
Please let them know, though, down payment is not really much of an issue. We definitely, there's down payment assistance programs, there's, gifts that can happen. Talk to a mortgage person. They can guide them. But let's get to the millennials. Yeah, like you said, if they're not marketing to millennials.
Yeah, they're missing
You're
the boat.
You're missing out.
So shoot them all a text that you know, because they'll answer to that.
Yes, that's the other thing with them. And I thought it was really interesting. We had a young millennial, a marketing person on the show probably about a year ago, and I really liked what he said. He basically said, because we already just determined I'm a baby boomer, old-fashioned. I pick up the phone and I want to talk to somebody. I want to build that rapport on the telephone. But his comment was, but when you call me, that's on your time. When you text me, I get back to you on my time. So I thought that was a pretty interesting thing. So make sure
That is
that,
cool.
yeah, you're cognizant of that when you are talking to your
And
millennials.
what's so funny too, like I call my kids, I'll dial.
What was that?
Call them. Hello, hello. They don't answer, right?
I know, they never do.
Remember we learned this trick. So now here's the way you get them to answer. I figured this out. You text them and you go,
What's up?
you go, yo. And then what do they reply back? Yo. And then you're like, good, you're by your phone. Pick up, I'm calling you. And then they answer. It works every time like a champ. I'm telling you. They're millennials. That's how it works.
Yeah, no, my son just learned that trick, though.
Oh, yeah, you caught on. It works, though, at least once.
Yeah.
You're going to get one phone call in that they wouldn't answer before. So
True.
I know. I love talking about the millennials, and it's exciting that they're stepping up and being the buyers
Right,
now.
right.
Because, they learn the value of the appreciation potential of
And
real
I think
estate.
I totally agree, and I think it's important to get back in touch with our Gen Xers because they are definitely primed to buy, especially now 10 years have gone by. All that bad stuff happened to them 10 years ago. They're primed to buy right
Yes,
now.
they
So don't forget them either in your marketing. Don't just go for your millennials. Go back to your Gen Xers.
And don't be afraid of the boomers either because they're downsizing those big
Right.
houses. You got listings
Right.
that you could,
Sure.
you know, they want to list
And
and
they
sell
might
a
be
pro.
going into condos
They
or
want to go
something,
into a
maintenance
condo
free.
or a townhouse, yeah, where they don't have to mow the grass and they don't have to paint
Exactly.
the outside. They don't want to worry about the roof. So those are all important segments. But I think as a real estate professional, if you educate your buyers and
And
sellers of what's going on.
diversify in who you're selling to. Make sure you understand who your target is and
It's a good thing.
cater to them. That's
It's a
right.
good thing.
All right. What do we got coming up in the
Oh, we got lots of things
In the
going on.
community.
There's all kinds of things going on in this community.
spring has sprung? At least down here in Florida, it has. We're like,
Yeah, I know that on March
Nice
the
weather.
12th, we've got the Hunger Walk coming up, and that's going to be at Gulf High School, and that raises money for backpacks.
right.
and
Please
so many
participate in
different
that or
things.
reach out. There's some restaurants in town that are being a big part of that and giving back to the community. Pasco County, unfortunately, there's a lot of children out there who only eat. They're on the free or reduced lunch at school. So there's a program where they pack a sack for these kids so that they have food over the weekend. So that's what we're raising money for, and that's on March 12th at Gulf High School. Please come out and support that event.
One of the sad things is that we have one of the highest unfed homeless populations in Pasco
Very
County,
sad.
in the country.
We have children living in tents.
Yeah,
That's really sad.
No, not just children, like
Families.
tons,
Whole families.
and that's a whole nother story. So
I
get
know.
involved in your community, you know, give back. Let's get these families back on track,
Right.
back on the right place. So
I agree.
So what else? What else we got going? You're looking at me. I'm like, I got to pull out my
know.
calendar. My calendar's just full with.
I know,
it's
you're the
just
one
like-
who has all this stuff going
Yeah,
on.
there's
I'm
just thing-
I'm
yeah.
just along for the ride.
I know.
There's
What-
a couple of other things that are coming up too. I know the chamber mixer is coming up. We have at the end of March we have another mixer that's coming up with WPBA. Please reach out to us. Check out our website.
That'll be the last Tuesday of the month.
Right.
So get involved with that.
And we have expanded. Our WPBA group has expanded. We have 4 chapters now.
Adding a
so
5th.
if you're looking to join a good networking group that has a big outreach in the community, by all means, please check out our website, wpba.biz, and see if there's a.
.biz.
He has to do that.
Sorry.
See if there are different times, different places in the community. So see if one fits your schedule.
And they'll get you engaged and connected.
Absolutely.
For sure. So thanks for watching us this week and
Like us,
share us, tumble us.
all that stuff.
I didn't want you to put your twister tumbler in.
We are today and every day.
Moving forward.
See everybody next week.
Have a
Bye-bye.
great week, everybody.